Yasu, Zito Ielas. What a beautiful day for the Greek Independence Day Parade 2013, live from Fifth Avenue in New York City. The weather was cooperating. It's a little windy, but it's still a nice day. We have got a terrific demonstration here of love and support for the Greek community and, of course, the motherland of Greece. Archbishop Demetrius is a little further back. We'll be seeing him in a short time. Our Grand Marshal today, George Venizelos. We'll be talking to him live. He's the pride of New York City right now, head of the FBI here in the city. And also John Katsamatidis, who does so much for our Greek-American community. And there are people here who are just waving their flags, children, families, celebrating Greek Independence Day. We've got a great program for you. Nicole Pentelidis and yours truly, Ernie Anastas, joining in live on My 9. Keep it right here because we've got a great program for you. The Greek Independence Day Parade 2013. Yasu. Greece, the cradle of civilization and the birthplace of democracy. A land of picturesque vistas and a land rich in family tradition. The Greek Independence Day Parade commemorates the 192nd anniversary of Greek independence from Ottoman rule, tyranny, and oppression. It's a celebration of Hellenic identity, an opportunity for those of Greek heritage to express the creativity, industriousness, and ingenuity of their forebears. The parade is hosted by the Federation of Hellenic Societies of Greater New York. For 75 years, this group has promoted the preservation of their traditions from generation to generation. So join us today on Fifth Avenue as My 9 presents the 82nd Annual Greek Independence Day Parade, a celebration of this glorious land and her people.
My 9 presents the 82nd Greek Independence Day Parade.
Yasu, are you feeling good today, Nicole?
Yasu, I'm feeling great. I'm very excited to be here. It's a gorgeous day. Look who's there. I just saw our beauties, right? Miss Greek Independence is there, and all the beauties from all the other areas where they have to compete in order to obviously win those sashes. We have a lot of
good celebrities on board today. We're going to be talking to them live, of course, but this is a terrific day. I mean, it's a sea of blue and white. We just saw Mayor Bloomberg, who said that he's also Greek today. I called him Bloomberopoulos, right behind us, right over here. And we had a chance to talk to him, and he was so happy to be here.
He's so great. He's been a good friend to the Greek community. I was at Greasy Mansion the other night where he said he loves avgolemono.
Avgolemono, he loves the soup.
The Archbishop is his neighbor, Archbishop Demetrius.
That's right across the street. Well, the Archbishop is here, as we all know, and we also have a terrific Grand Marshal today, George Venizelos, who was born in Lowell, Massachusetts, where my mother was born. Right. So we have a lot in common. I can't wait to talk to him. We're very proud of him with his work in law enforcement.
He's a great, unbelievable Grand Marshal for today. He's obviously with the FBI here in New York, was with the DEA. Great selection. I can't wait to talk to him.
And this is, of course, a day to really celebrate our families, our rich heritage. We're going to be talking to a lot of the young children along the parade route. Mike Woods is here, and who else?
And our own Nick Gregory, right?
That's right.
That'll be great.
Nico,
there
we're waiting.
There's Nico.
I'm right here.
Nice weather, Nick.
Yasu, Ernie, Nicole, it's great to be here with you today. The weather's hanging out. It's not raining, at least. It is, a bit of a mixture of clouds and sun. Of course, the wind, a little bit of a factor today, but, temperature's going to be in the upper 50s. But enough of our beautiful weather. How about this beautiful parade? It's another day to display Greek pride and spirit of our culture and of our heritage and of Greek independence. You're going to see a lot of blue and white today. Of course, the colors symbolic on the Greek flag. And it's just another wonderful day to be out here on Fifth Avenue in New York City. You'll see, of course, the children showing their pride and they're proud of their heritage. You're going to be seeing some Greek dancing. Of course, we're going to talk about Greek food. You'll be starving by the time this program is over. So we're really looking forward to a wonderful day. And along with me, we've got someone else from our little weather department who's back this year with us, Mike Woods. Hey, Mike. Yasu.
Hey, Yasu to you as well, Nick, and Tikanis, everyone. Hope everyone's ready for a great parade. It's great to be back here for the Greek Independence Day Parade. We have great folks out here performances. This is a Plato marching band that we have out here right now. We got lots of bands, lots of foods, lots of the local politicians, and it just kind of brings you back to the whole Greek pride, the Greek heritage. And there's thousands and thousands of people, somewhere between 150 to 200,000 folks are out here to check out the parade today. And I think we have done just fine. You're going to get a little clouds and sun, cool temperatures, a little breeze, but You got to come out here and check it out if you get the chance, or just stay here on My 9. We'll bring it to you live. It's great stuff, and I'm really looking forward to some good food and dance as well. All right, Nicole and Ernie, this is a huge day out here.
Okay,
right,
Mike Woodzopoulos. We're giving him a Greek name. Look who we have right here.
All right, there's Mayor Bloomberg and Archbishop Demetrius Castanas, who's been obviously a big liaison between the mayor, Bloomberg, with all the other officials in the political world, certainly. But what an exciting day. We have a lot of dignitaries here
And there is our smiling Grand Marshal. We talked about George Venizelos. We will have him in our booth live shortly. Mayor Bloomberg waving that flag. There are a number of people here, as you know, Nicole, Senator Schumer, Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, State Senator Mike Gianaris. We saw him a short time ago. And we are just delighted. And we want to make mention, too, from the Federation of Hellenic Societies. They were talking to us earlier. We said, you know, what is the message today? And the message, they said, is that we are all Greeks and that we are very proud of our nation. And at this point, the Greek people in Greece, of course, need our support. We want them to know that we are there with them and we're feeling their pain.
And we talked about that a lot over the last year as well, when we talked about the economic crisis there in Greece, and we talked about the European situation in Cyprus now, where they're needing a bailout. So there's a lot going on.
We cover that story every day.
And there's certainly a lot of pride and a lot of faith and heritage. And
we're going to share all of that today, Nicole, because we'll be celebrating for the next 2 hours here on My 9. Stay with us. We will be back live right after this break. Yasu.
This portion of the Greek Independence Day Parade is brought to you by the John and Margot Katzimatidis Family Foundation.
Join us on May 11th for the 22nd anniversary Hellenic Times Scholarship Fund Gala, honoring business leader and philanthropist George Sakellaris. And also featuring the entertainment of J.T. Taylor, the voice formerly of Kool and the Gang, who will sing the hits Celebration, Ladies' Night, Cherish, and many others. For tickets, call 212-986-6881 or visit www.htsf.org.
Hello. Welcome to the My 9 Comedy Club.
Obituary.
Somebody get this man a pronunciation coach.
Private jet, Teterboro Airport, skinny skydiving. Who's this?
Hey, what? Barney, I like you, but you're crazy.
How about this for crazy, huh? What?
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
It's the My 9 Comedy Club, weeknights starting at 6.
You'll hit a home run with the quality, choice, and extreme springtime values at My Bob's Discount Furniture.
$34.99?
$12.99.
Theirs has a solid aluminum frame.
Big deal. Mine's all steel.
Theirs is made of all-weather resin.
Big deal. So does mine.
Theirs has no throw pillows.
Mine has 6, and it's $2,200 less.
Now that is a big deal.
Sorry, Mr. Wannabe. I've got the lowest prices every day.
Universal Circus is back and better than ever with remaining shows in Queens, Brooklyn, and Newark. Just log on to my9tv.com for your chance to win a family VIP experience. It's the Universal Circus. Log on now.
See what everyone is talking about.
Name something you hope doesn't fall apart while you're on it.
My wife.
And so far, so good.
Family Feud.
Weekdays at 5 on My 9.
Live on Fifth Avenue, and what a day. Tributes from everywhere, beautiful faces from people who are here today from the tri-state area. The floats, there are about 50 of them, churches, communities, and marching bands.
That's right, and we're just seeing right there, that is the Greek School of Plato Marching Band from Brooklyn, New York. It was founded back in 1977. Obviously, a big deal there in Brooklyn, and right here on the Greek parade line, obviously a source of education in Greek language and history, and there they are serving yet the next generation that really counts, the up-and-comers.
What proud faces.
We're so proud of them.
I could see that. They're smiling. We're going to be talking in a short while with George Katzimatidis, but right now we want to also tell you about the presidential guards, the F-zones, as we have called them, the fustanella. I used to wear that.
Oh, you know,
Beautiful.
You promise us that picture every year.
I'm going to bring that picture in, but they march in real style. I mean, they've got a tremendous beat there. The yellow stripes indicate the military rank of the wearer. Sergeants have 2 stripes, and corporals have 1. they really are the elite core of military soldiers, as you know. Nicole, founded back in 1868, 144 plus years ago.
And they have to be over 6 feet tall as well to be part of the Presidential Guard. And when you talk about the Fustanelli, you have to talk about the pleats, right? Over 400 folds to represent the number of years under oppression of the Ottoman Empire. So obviously this right there, we see them. And
we've seen them. We've seen them also in Athens. I know you've been there as well as I. And today its character is purely ceremonial at monuments, the presidential mansion, and special sites. So we're very proud to have the Presidential Guards, the F Zones, with us.
Σε γνωρίζω από την κόψη του σπαθιού την τρομερή. Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη που με διαμετράει τη γη. Απ' τα κόκαλα βγαλμένη των Ελλήνων τα ιερά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη χέρο χέρε ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη χέρο χέρε ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη χέρο χέρε ελευθεριά.
Anastasia Zani, she's an international soprano. She actually was involved with the Olympics in Calgary as well as obviously in Greece.
Well, we're happy to have someone who's very proud of his Greek heritage and a great American as well. John Catsimatidis is here. John, congratulations. Another great parade.
Another great year.
Yeah.
It's going great. And tell us, why do you feel, you know, with all that you do, right? You're involved in real estate, you're running for mayor, you have the Red Apple, Gristides. Why do you feel to do this part of your heritage every year and you never give up?
Well, you know, my grandfathers came over through Ellis Island in 1911 and 1913, and my uncles and my father came in 1949. Somewhere I feel when I'm walking up the Fifth Avenue for the parade, I feel their spirit watching us. And it actually brings tears to my eyes to feel that I've never forgotten my heritage. You know, we're all New Yorkers, we're all Americans, but somewhere in our heart we have to feel for our parents and our grandparents' heritage, and that's why I'm here today, and that's why no matter how busy I am, I make the effort to be here and to do this.
You do, John. You do, as Nicole said, you do so much for the community, the Greek-American community we know about. You're here every year. You're a big sponsor, a big supporter. You also do a lot for the community of New York, between the various organizations, whether it's the Police Athletic League and various charities. You give of your heart, John, and I think those roots that you were talking about have given you that sense of purpose.
And it's the purpose of every New Yorker to give back to their community and to never forget where they came from. We're all immigrants.
Yes.
I mean, our country's only a few hundred years old, and we all came from someplace. And we should always remember that.
You know what I love about you, John, with all of your business dealings, everything, whether it's family, whether it's business, whether it's charity, you know, you're a straight guy. You always have been, whether you're dealing, and what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, you get it done, and it's pretty amazing how you endure. You wake up every day, there's like the nice historical patrol cars, but, you know, this really is an unbelievable time for you.
I remember when I was 14 years old, 12 years old, I was marching with our parochial school, Zodocho BE, Greek American Institute.
Sure.
And you know what I want to accomplish? I want the kids to have something to look up to. I want them to see our Grand Marshal today, George Venizelos, the head of the FBI in New York here, to look up and say, maybe I can do that.
Sure.
Or a businessman like myself and say,
role
maybe
models.
Right.
We need heroes in our
Yes.
community. We need role models in every New York community, and give hope for those kids to be able to excel themselves.
And John, you give hope to a lot of young people as well. The Hellenic Scholarship Fund has been going on for a number of years, and it's going on again this year. And just for a moment, just talk about
Ernie,
how much that means to you.
You were there the first year, like
I was.
22 years ago,
Right.
when we gave a scholarship for $500.
I remember
and now
that.
we're giving scholarships for $150,000.
Amazing.
So we made progress. We want, you know, it's all about education. We want our kids to excel. And they need role models, but they also need the money for their education. And that's what my father believed in, and that's what I believe in.
Absolutely. Hellenic Times Scholarship Fund has certainly given out a lot of scholarships, and also is involved in charity with Bone Marrow, and you and Margot together. And talk about the kids, right? You have Andrea and Yanni, and of course Andrea and Chris.
Yeah, and you know, my daughter found a wonderful husband, Christopher Nixon Cox, President Nixon's grandson. And by the way, Tricia Nixon will be marching today again on our float to the.
That's great. We'll be looking for that. John, one final note. You were talking about role models, people who are doing well. Congratulations to you as well. You are a candidate for mayor of the city of New York, and we're proud of you making that effort and that attempt. And I think that being out there and being part of that competition is something that we look up to.
Thank you, Ernie. And as Mayor LaGuardia once said, it's not about being a Republican, it's not about being a Democrat, it's about being a real New Yorker and doing the right thing for all the New Yorkers. And that's what I want to do.
You are a real New Yorker. We're glad that you're here.
Congratulations. John Catsimatidis. Okay. You know what? We're going to take a short break. We have a lot to talk about, Nicole.
We certainly do. We can't wait to talk about the food, the culture, the heritage, and all that we are seeing here today. It is a gorgeous day here on Fifth Avenue for the Greek Parade.
And we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mike Emanuel, Chief Congressional Correspondent for Fox News. I hope you're enjoying the Greek Independence Day Parade, which is a fantastic celebration of our Hellenic heritage. As I look back on my youth growing up at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in Westfield, New Jersey, one of my fondest memories is my father repeatedly telling his 3 sons to study hard: Greek philosophy, poetry, and Greek history. Dad taught us to be proud and to embrace our rich heritage. My guess is he would have been extremely pleased that I was asked to offer this greeting for such a wonderful commemoration in New York. Yassas Chronia Pola.
Hello, Earth Picasso. What are you doing anyway?
Sorry, I was just sketching.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
Daydreaming?
No, design. You ever think about going to school for it?
I'm not that good.
You kidding? With talent like this, you can design anything, even websites.
All right, so who do I call?
To learn graphic design, call Briarcliff College at 866-326-1777 today. Call now for this complimentary brochure. That's 866-326-1777. Call now.
So now what? You've seen our commercial. You want to prepare for a new career. You just aren't sure what to do next. The next step is calling for a brochure. It's packed with info about exciting career choices. Look, there's no strings attached. The brochure costs you nothing. All you have to do is ask for it. And there's someone here to talk to right now. It's a cool feeling to figure out what you want to do with your life. And our brochure can help you get there.
For a complimentary brochure, call 866-536-0777. That's 866-536-0777. Call now.
When the world's most exotic diamond goes missing.
What were you doing the night of the heist? I don't have an alibi.
All clues point to Neil.
I'm sure I'm at the top of the list. I am the list, aren't I?
Neil Caffrey, you're under arrest.
I was set up. Next, White Collar.
If you didn't steal the diamond, then who did?
I'll let you know.
It all starts Thursday at 8 on My 9.
Hello. Welcome to the My 9 Comedy Club.
Obituary.
Somebody get this man a pronunciation coach.
Private jet, Teterboro Airport, skinny skydiving. Who's this?
Hey, what? Barney, I like you, but you're crazy.
How about this for crazy, huh? What?
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
It's the My 9 Comedy Club, weeknights starting at 6.
You can't help it, Nicole.
You can't
hear that
help
music.
It's infectious.
It is, and it's the Alpha Band, and they are just so terrific out there. They performed for 20 years, including concert celebrations in North, South America, and Europe. They are really an award-winning team. The singer, Thanos Tsibousas, took his first steps in music at the age of 17, and he's performed everywhere, including Thessaloniki, a beautiful city.
We're seeing everybody walk by, and everybody certainly is remembering their heritage, where their grandparents came from, where their parents came from. Even Mike Woods talked about when he went to Santorini. Oh, there she is,
right,
Miss
beautiful.
Greek Independence.
Congratulations, Panayota. I like that name.
Right, Panayota Kalamanis, and her family comes from Skiathos, and they had a big event last weekend on March 24th in Astoria, where the winner receives that $1,000.
Yes. Congratulations. She looks beautiful up there. 2013 Miss Greek Independence.
And listen, I have to interrupt and say that my beautiful niece, Elena Tsiolis, is on that float this year.
Where is Elena? Maybe we'll get a glimpse of her.
She's from Miss Astoria.
Beautiful crowd. Oh.
She's certainly in that beautiful crowd.
They all look lovely.
They really do. And they have to be bilingual. They have to have at least one parent that is of Greek heritage. There's Miss Astoria,
There you are. Hello there.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about our language and how proud we are. Many people probably know this, but Greek happens to be the oldest documented Indo-European language, spanning 34 centuries of written records. And by the way, this is good to know, over 50,000 English words are derived from the Greek language.
Oh,
and that helped me a lot when I was in school.
Yeah, like octopus.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Democracy.
Stethoscope. I remember reading these things and I was saying, what it was? And then they would have a choice and they'd say medical or blood pressure. And I said, that's... Or was
there you go.
No, the other one was a sphygmomanometer.
Oh.
Tighten up the arm and measure your blood pressure.
That's a good one.
And that helped me when I was learning, you know, the English language in school, of course, but the Greek came in very handy.
I bet you everybody at home can sit there and come up with several words right off the bat.
Absolutely.
That
It's good to know
come from a Greek word.
Well, you know, we're looking at people who are marching here today quite proud. As we said, there are over 50 floats, and they have been working on this, you know, for a long time, preparing. And the children are the ones that really smile and see from different parts of the tri-state area, the various churches, the cathedrals, and the various organizations who are there every year, the Philoptochos. They all do such marvelous work. People are walking by, hi, and they're smiling. Hi, everybody.
You know,
you all look
everybody's
great.
so excited to be here. I mean, this is an unbelievable day, and it never seems to get old. Everybody has marched in this parade from the time that they were young. Look at those little kids. You know, the idea here is that they grow up and they bring their kids in these, right, in the costumes, in the traditional costumes. And we talked about the Cathedral of Holy Trinity in New York. That's a big one, right? Right on
Yes, they are.
East 74th Street. They have the cathedral. They have the school.
You know, the churches are really the center for so many of us in this country. We have our home, of course, but we also circle everything around our church. And there's a lot of pride in our homes. There are people who just carry that same golden rule that we're taught in our churches, in our cathedrals, into everyday life, whether it's our schools, whether it's our relationships in business or whatever it is. It's the goodwill of all mankind, and that's what we all need. And hopefully our homes and our churches become the center. And all faiths
That's right. And the idea is to be a good person, right? Be kind to one another, to support one another. And we're certainly seeing that right here today, is all the families and friends. And even if you're not Greek, this is your day too, to come out out, have a great time here as a New Yorker, and celebrate wherever you are.
Well, let's talk to Nick Gregory right now as a very special guest. Nick, we're going to go to you live, and let's hear from you.
Okay, Ernie and Nicole, thank you. I'm here with Elias Tsikididis. He's the president of the Federation of Hellenic Societies of Greater New York. Elias, great to see you again. Another beautiful parade.
Nice to see you. It's a great day for the Hellenism across the world. When I say Hellenism, Cyprus and Greece the same.
Well,
we talk about our problems, but we want to let the world know that they cannot push us around.
Well, I know that the Federation, is responsible for this parade, but I heard something special this year is involved with the Federation with a flag. Tell me the story.
Yes. The Athens gave us a big flag that the girls were holding. That was flown over the Acropolis, and they gave us as a present to the Federation. It's a huge flag, and we accepted it on behalf of the Federation and all the Hellenes in New York tri-state area.
Well, and that's a huge honor. I understand that the flag is here to stay now, right?
It's ours. It's ours.
That's wonderful, and it was with Miss Greek Independence.
Of course, all the girls that held the flag, they have something to say in the future, that they had something with a historic event on Fifth Avenue in New York City.
That's wonderful. Elias, thank you so much for being with us. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
And we enjoy you every day.
Thank you very much. All right. Good to see you. Let's go over to Mike Woods. He's got something to show us. Mike?
Oh, here we are. All right, here we are. We are on the Hellenic Time Scholarship Foundation float. And who do we have with us here?
Frank Tsikopoulos.
Exactly.
And that's definitely Greek.
Exactly. I mean, this is such an amazing day. I mean, how does it feel to be out here?
It's a beautiful day. I'm celebrating my Greek heritage, and just proud to be here with my lovely wife.
You brought your wife?
I did, and I wish our kids were with us, but they're doing their own thing right now.
I thought they were on the float, but they're out here running around. I mean, this is fantastic because we're putting the word out there and showing people what a beautiful thing the Greek heritage is.
You know what? The most important thing is everybody keep their heritage. We should embrace all cultures because everybody's unique and different in their own little way, and that's what life's all about. So we're here celebrating Greek Day today.
The Greek Day. It goes all the way through, and everybody is Greek today. And there's Nick Gregory out here. And Nick, I believe his kids are up here. Where are your kids? Where are they?
They're up front.
They're up front. I'm going to go run up there, Frank, and check them out. All right. Where are they? Where's Nick's kids? There they are. Here's the girls. What's going on? Good afternoon. Hey, everybody. All right. Here. Nick's. Hey, come on. How you guys doing? Good. All right. I wanted to get you on camera here, right there. But anyways, Nick, here we are. They're right here hiding up front. But they are huge. All right, Ernie and Nicole, we're trying to grab them real quick, but we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Frank Tsikopoulos on board there, too. It's nice to see Frank. Terrific guy, and this float is fabulous.
Right, and when we talked about the Hellenic Time Scholarship Fund, you saw Margot Katsimatidis right there in the front. There is so much philanthropy there that comes from that. 22nd annual, obviously, the Hellenic Time Scholarship Fund. That'll be on May 11th at the Marriott Marquis. They have J.T. Taylor, who's the voice of Cool in the Gang, but they've had so many people there.
We're going to rock it. And Nick Katsoris, too, is on board. If you saw Nick, he's the dinner chairman of the Hellenic Time Scholarship Fund, and he does a terrific job. He's got a children's book out, several now, Lukumi, and he's doing very well with his Lukumi book. So congratulations to Nick, to John, to Margot, and everybody who's part of a wonderful celebration every year, the Hellenic Time Scholarship Fund Gala.
Always a lot of fun, and Lukumi is so great, too. I work so closely with St. Jude's, which is so nice to work with the St. Jude's children.
Oh, yes.
And so that's obviously another nice charity.
That's the whole thing. It's giving back, and that's kind of the message here today in many ways. We're giving back. We're being very thankful to our grandparents and our great-grandparents who have shared so much with us. We learn their wisdom and their love of family. It's not a very attractive subject sometimes when you talk about aging, but we do respect our elders, and we should. And we should pay attention to the kind of information that they share with us, and that comes from love, and it also comes from experience. And we have to look upon our parents, our grandparents, and great-grandparents, if we're fortunate enough to understand that, we have to rekindle and appreciate what they give us.
As we look at St. Constantine and Helen there, I have 4 grandparents, right? 2 of them. I had Augusta, and I had an Eleni.
Oh, nice.
Those were some of my grandparents. So Augusta, Irini, and Eleni, and Nico. So you know, you love to hear your parents' stories about when they were back in Greece, in Cyprus, their struggles, and how they did so much with so much less than what we have today.
And in many ways, you know, those stories are shared at home during our Greek holidays, and there are many of those, and that also becomes a focal point in our Greek life, if you will. And you know, when we talk about these things, we're focusing on Greek Americans today, but we've done many parades in New York. We've covered them, Nicole. We've also hosted them, and it's the same theme. It's the same message. It's respecting our heritage. It's respecting our family, our elders, and the history that goes along with that makes us a deeper person.
Absolutely. And there's the Parents Association of St. Constantine Church in Brooklyn. We've had a lot of the bands going by, a lot of them with young people, the Yonkers military band, the Boy Scout Troop 236. They're going to be, I don't know if we saw them yet.
Well, you know, there were several.
Band, which is all girls.
Yeah, I'm glad you're mentioning that, because, you know, when you're watching on television, many times we're doing some interviews, and some of the floats will go by, like the Hellenic communities of Brooklyn and Staten Island, Akimis Theotoko of Brooklyn, the Three Hierarchs of Brooklyn. We have all been watching them pass us by. The Holy Cross Church in Brooklyn, also Holy Trinity St. Nicholas of Staten Island. They are just part of the many floats that are out here today. There they are, waving their flags.
Of Brooklyn and Staten Island, waving the flags. And, you know, that's the other story, too. You saw the Greek flag and the American flag, because everybody here is proud of their Greek heritage, and they're proud to be Americans here in this beautiful country.
Well, we're proud of it. This is a lovely picture to be going to break. We're going to come back, and we'll have more to talk about. In fact, we also have some food to eat today, Nicole, because Gus has been very kind to us, and we'll talk about Gus and what he's done for us. But I'm anxious to try a little kularaki or something like that.
Jelly treats.
We'll be right back after the break. Keep it right here. It's the Greek American Freight Parade today. We'll be back.
Next time on Law & Order.
I stabbed her with my knife, then I killed her.
From the Oscar-winning movie Crash, ludicrous guest stars.
So you want to bury me? They gonna know what kind of cop you are?
So what does this killer have over them? Law & Order, SVU, viewer discretion advised.
It all starts Monday at 8 on My 9.
Get 1.9% APR on the all-new 2014 Kia Forte.
There's a new fashion trend hitting the streets of New York City, and they're calling them mantyhose. Pantyhose for men.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would we ever wear this?
I do not know.
It's just one step beyond neggings. Those sort of kind of caught on for a hot minute. Also not okay.
Right.
Does anybody doubt that Kanye's already wearing these?
Oh, yeah, he's wearing them.
Yo, dog, I can't go on stage. I got to run in my mantyhose.
Get your daily dish. Dish Nation, weeknights at 6 and 11 on My 9.
Monday on the 10 o'clock news, do you know what's in the processed foods you buy at the supermarket? See the serious concerns that are being raised about what you don't know at 10.
This portion of the Greek Independence Day Parade is brought to you by Faith, an endowment for orthodoxy and Hellenism.
And it's a beautiful day for a parade. We have it for you, the annual Greek Independence Day celebration live from Fifth Avenue. You're looking at some Boy Scouts marching proudly. Lots of young people with their families. More than 200,000 people expected here today. And His Eminence Archbishop Demetris will be joined here shortly. We will be talking to him and telling us about some of the many parishes who are here from the tri-state area with such pride and joy.
We certainly have you covered right across, right? New York, New Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut, they're all here today, and certainly a big celebration today. And the weather is just beautiful. People are excited to be here. You just saw the Boy Scout Troop 236 Drum and Bell Corps of Maybrook, New York, which was started back in 1985. They've marched in over 600 parades.
Yeah, you know, you talk about role models and how important it is. We were talking with John Katzimatidis about that a little earlier, and our Grand Marshal today will be talking to him in a short time, George Venizelos. There's someone who was New York born, raised, his family originally from Lowell, Massachusetts and Greece. And here's someone who stands out right now. A lot of people really don't know his name yet, but he was just newly appointed as the FBI director here in the New York area.
He's really a great role model. He's worked very hard. He started off as an accountant.
Yes.
Then he was working in the DEA, and then he went to the FBI, and here he is, and he worked. He's got a whole story. I mean, this guy, if somebody should write a book and is a great role model, it's certainly George Venizelos, and he had a very busy week. We won't get into it, but he's been a very busy week here in New York.
He has, you know, and you talk about a number of role models, including former Massachusetts governor, presidential nominee Michael Dukakis, who achieved national recognition, nominated for president, Senator Paul Sarbanes, and, you know, there are other people, too, that we want to talk about. Pete Sampras, Olympia Dukakis, Jennifer Aniston, John Stamos. There are so many Greek names that are out there that when we were growing up, we didn't hear those names.
Right, and everybody loves to hear about Greeks who have really made an accomplishment, an achievement in their field, whether they're actors, whether they're politicians, whether they're doctors, lawyers, whatever.
Right.
But we're always proud of everybody who, and it all stems from education and faith at home and giving them the right guidance going forward.
And also, you know, because of what we do, we work in television, I think. Yes, we do.
I don't know,
you know, there was also a time when we were talking about role models where your name was changed or had to be altered in some way, or, you know, you just didn't have that kind of ethnic representation
Did you
on
change
television.
yours?
Not really. I stayed with it for a short time. I was doing some other work in radio, and so I just toyed with another name.
Maybe
but you know, I didn't want to do that, and that's why I know that it's important to you as it is to me and some of the other people that we mentioned. How about Melina Kanagaridis? Okay,
right.
A great actress. I mean, you know, someone might have gone to her and said, "I'm not quite sure about
that's
this.
a tough
Too much
one.
ethnicity."
Constantine Maroulis?
Yes, but it's in now, and I think that's great, not just for us, but for all ethnic groups. And well, here we are. Here we are. We're going to be talking about some wonderful things here today, because this is the church at the very center of what we have been talking about, and someone that we want to remember who has passed away. We all knew him as JJ, one of the most active and long-standing leaders of Federation Hellenic Societies of Greater New York.
Right, and he died at his home in Astoria, and his wife Athena and his daughter Elizabeth and other friends, of course, and relatives are here to remember him, and also there's a picture of him there, and to remember him obviously on this day.
You know, this is very important for us to make sure that we remember those people who have contributed in so many ways over the years, and when they pass, it's so important for us to mention their names, to remember them in some way, not just from their families, but also from those of us who have an opportunity in the media to bring forth a name that perhaps a lot of people are not familiar with.
And I know he was, as you noted, the leader of the Federation of Hellenic Societies of Greater New York, but anybody who's been to the Astoria Athens Square Park may see a statue there of Aristotle.
Yes.
And he was behind that.
Responsible for that.
Sometimes, you know, I know we talk about the big picture, but sometimes those little things really make a difference.
Yes, they do. And I do think that we also have to point out the contributions that the Greeks have made to all civilizations, whether we talked about politics, architecture, the arts, dramatics, philosophy, medicine, Greek mythology, athletics, you name it. The list continues. Look at these young faces out there. I really, this warms my heart. Look at, they're holding hands, waving their flags, and they're just part of the celebration today that says, I'm happy to be here, and I'm proud of who I am, and to know where I came from and where I'm going.
That's right, whether they're from northern Greece, southern Greece, the Greek islands, the Dodecanese, right? You're thinking of all this, and of course Cyprus as well, where my parents.
We're celebrating also a number of churches, Nicole. The Cretan Societies of New York and New Jersey are also here. This is important for us to remember. The island proclaimed their union with modern Greece back in 1908. St. Demetrius of Merrick, Greek Orthodox community of St. Demetrius, was founded back in 1961, and we're happy that they're part of our celebration today. The Cyprus Federation, we'd like to mention them. They organize to promote the rights, freedoms of Cypriot people and work towards the termination of the illegal occupation of Cyprus. We salute all of them who are participating today.
That's right. And when you talk about the Cyprus Federation, of course, which my uncle Philip Christopher is heavily involved, but all of these federations and groups and churches have a lot of things going on. Of course, the faith, but they have Philoptokos, they have Men's League,
yes.
They have Goya, Joy for the children, right? Choir. These are the types of things that keep the community together. Obviously, they bring awareness and charity as well, and it's always nice to be able to be there for those types of events.
And the word, Nicole, that we've always heard growing up, neolea, the youth, the neolea, and we're seeing so much of that represented here today. Hi, everybody. Look at these guy faces. Oh, you guys look great. Thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Right? The Greek Orthodox Youth Association. There they are, Goya.
Hi.
And you know,
how are you? We love you back.
When you talk about some of these younger people, they have the trip to Ionian Village.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people do. They actually go over to Greece. They spend time there.
Our daughter did that. She loved it.
She loved it?
A lasting memory. It was quite an experience being part of that heritage right there, learning the language, seeing what was being taught about our faith and about our history. I want to also talk about the Greek Children's Fund, one of the first non-organizations of its kind, non-profit organizations of its kind in the U.S. Greek-American community. Very proud of what they do. Volunteers organize fundraisers, dinner dances, telethons, walkathons. The Greek Children's Fund. Congratulations. Thank you for being here and being part of this today. We also have a very special guest here. Look who's joining us. Your Eminence. I'll lean over. Yes, so good to see you. Honorary Chairman, as always, the Archbishop of America, and we are so delighted to see your smiling face again this year.
I'm more than delighted. I'm happy, I'm jubilant, and I'm excited with everything. And so happy to see your nice faces.
Good to see you, too.
It's always a pleasure to see you. We're at many, many events together, and you support the community always. Everywhere you go, you're there. Whether it's whatever the event is there, you always seem to show up to continue to bring faith, to bring our heritage. And here you are today as you see these kids. What is your message as they're looking at you? What do you hope to translate to these kids, the neolea?
Well, I would like to tell the kids and the younger generation in general that they are inheritors of a terrific culture, history, civilization, and they have to really correspond as much as they can and even go further up and in the future and produce something that would be exactly in continuity and even enhancing of the past. So to remember what the ancient young fellow said when the older people said, well, we were doing this and this, and the young people say, we will be better than you.
Well,
so that's what we would like to see.
We like that. Your Eminence, so we were very proud also to see you. You were talking about a number of events that His Eminence attends. You were also in Washington recently. We saw you at the inauguration of President Obama, and it was very nice to see you offering your prayer and your words.
It was a great honor for the community on that occasion, but also 2 days ago we were again in the White House with the 80 approximately leaders, religious leaders from all over the country in a prayer breakfast with the president for 2 hours. And again, that was a presence of our community, our Orthodox faith. We are going to be again in 2 days in Washington in a special committee dealing with human trafficking, again representing the homogeneity. It's a great thing again. And then 1 week later, we are going to have the celebration in the White House of the Independence Day. So it's a series of events in which this community is participating, and it is really a great thing, and I'm extremely proud of representing this community.
And you do it extremely well. We hear your messages loud and clear, and it's nice that the Greek-American community and our church, of course, is honored and celebrated in many ways in the forefront, and seeing you in the media that way. Congratulations.
I don't want to contradict you, but I can tell you quite frankly, it's impossible to represent properly this type of Hellenism and Orthodoxy. It's far beyond any description or any representation. We try our best and our most.
You do a great job at it, and you're always so approachable and very kind, and you really just keep making us proud. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Archbishop Demetrius. We thank you so much.
Please continue your wonderful job.
And God bless you too, and all the good work that you do for all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to take a little break, aren't we, Nicole? And maybe we'll come back and do a little dancing or something like that.
All right, there are the New York Cretans.
Oh, I'm ready for a little Sembekigo or Galamatiano. Whoopa!
Hi, I'm John Aniston. I wish I could be with you all today on Fifth Avenue celebrating Greek Independence Day. I'm here in Los Angeles taping on the Days of Our Lives set. But I did want to wish everyone well at the parade, and I hope that you're all enjoying the parade today. And I wish you all a happy Greek Independence Day. Yakala.
Right romantic retreat.
I guess the same room as last time.
What last time?
Wrong girlfriend.
Oh my God! I can't believe you! You were here with someone else!
Next King of Queens.
Duh. Is Beth here with you?
Oh my God.
Monday at 7:30 on My 9.
Now, Assurance Wireless comes with free text and free minutes in the tri-state area. Our plans are the best value among major Lifeline programs.
It connects to the world in a way that wasn't possible before.
Assurance Wireless, a Lifeline assistance program, offers eligible households a free phone, 250 free voice minutes, and 250 free text each month. You may qualify if you're on Medicaid, food stamps, or certain other public assistance programs. You'll get nationwide coverage in these calling features.
Visit AssuranceWireless.com or call 1-800-385-0023.
I used to never really talk. Ever. I was afraid if I said something wrong, everyone would laugh at me. But then I started to play golf with Special Olympics. It helped me to find my voice. And now everyone else is speechless.
You have to see what everyone is talking about.
Ladies, let's get it on. This is the greatest answer I've ever heard.
It's the show everyone can relate to.
Name something you hope doesn't fall apart while you're on it.
My wife.
So far, so good.
Steve Harvey hosts Family Feud.
Weekdays at 5 on My 9.
All right now, it's the My 9 Comedy Club.
Dish Nation, How I Met Your Mother, and King of Queens, the My 9 Comedy Club. Weeknights starting at 6.
And we welcome you back to the 2013 Greek Independence Day Parade live on Fifth Avenue. Yasu Kalimera to all of our friends and families watching this exciting parade. I'm Ernie Anastas with Nicole Petrolidis. We have Nick Gregory and Mike Woods joining us today, too.
That's right, and take a look at what's going on there on the band, on the stage.
They're ready to dance, and they're ready to play for us. Let's find out what it's all about. Hey, everybody. To incorporation 1980. The Pontian Society. She's about 95. So she said, you have to ask a few questions. Anybody in your family?
Norwalk, Connecticut. So here we are. You guys did a great job. Thank you so much. Again, this is the Pontiac Dance Group, the Komnini, which is located in Astoria, and also the Pontiac Society of Norwalk, Connecticut. And you're watching various dances from the region. Of course, you can see the costumes here are representative, really, a lot of sort of the wartime background. Pontus is a region in north to northeastern Greece, and this, again, society is sort of established here in the 1960s. You guys are great. Thank you very, very much. All right, they were fantastic. You know, I danced in a dance group for a long time, as Ernie and Nicole, you know, so it's nice to be back. Back to you guys.
And you're pretty good at it, Nick. We know that. Nick's a great dancer. You should see him in the studio once in a while. He just jumps up and he says, Hoppa! Forget about the weather.
He's going to show us his moves later. But we have a very, very important guest with us now, the Grand Marshal here of the Greek Independence Day Parade, George Venizelos, who's the head of the FBI here in New York. Wow, what an honor to have you here today. How do you feel coming down here and being, obviously, all the Greek community is so proud of you, and how does it feel?
It's a huge honor. It feels great. It feels great. I mean, I have so much Greek pride in me, and it comes out on a day like today. It feels wonderful.
And George, your roots, I mean, I know are here in New Jersey and New York. We also go back to Lowell, Massachusetts, where your mother was born. I know that you're very proud of your Greek heritage, and it's important for us to have you share that with many people who are watching and listening today, with someone who's doing so well, and your record in law enforcement is just remarkable.
Yeah, it's just one of those, with Greeks, we're proud of each other. Yeah. Like I grew up with you in my house, you know, and my mother would always say, look at Ernie, he made it. He made it.
That nice?
You know, and our families crossed paths in Lowell. My mother knew your family. Our grandparents probably knew each other. They all started in Lowell, whole Trinity Church together.
We're almost Singuinis, I should say, right?
We could be. We could be.
We'll have a chance to talk about all that family connection.
Yeah.
I was reading that your grandfather actually was a Greek port captain.
It was my father.
Oh, that's your father.
Yeah, he was.
So tell us about that. Where was that?
He came in this country in the 40s. He was in his 20s. He was a merchant marine port captain. He worked for a Greek company at the time called Hellenic lines. It was the largest Greek shipping company in the country. And he worked in the Brooklyn Piers for 20 years. So we lived in Edgewater. I lived in Brooklyn the first 2 years. Then we moved to Edgewater. And then he would go to Brooklyn every day for 20 years.
And George, you know, when you talk about your family, you're talking about your name. And obviously your name, when someone hears it, sees it, reads it, George Venizelos, is clearly Greek. I'm curious about the reaction that you get. Do people make a comment about that?
Yeah.
Sure. What do they say, and what do you say?
I get a lot of history lessons about my name, how famous my name is.
Did they give you any nicknames?
No, George V, if they can't say their last name.
Right.
And it's, you know, when I go to Greece now, it's Venizelos Airport. So I tell everybody at work, the airport's named after me. It's Venizelos Airport.
That's right. Well, that kind of pride goes a long way. And I know that when there are people listening to you, again, we've talked about role models today, and you are one. Do you feel that responsibility? Do you feel that there's something that you want to do, need to do, to accent that gift that you've been given?
Well, that's one thing this honor has brought to me. It's really showed me the role model I've become in the Greek community. And it's something, as a father of four, I've always been a role model for my kids. You know, and I've been always very big in the Greek pride. And now, New York City and this beautiful parade now makes me a more role model. I take it serious. You know, I have a lot of responsibility to keep my role model status and in good status.
Well, we're very proud of you. I mean, you're a Fordham grad,
yes,
right? You're an accountant. You work for the Drug Enforcement Agency and now over to the FBI here in New York. We're so proud of you. I know you had a very busy week this week, if anybody was reading the headlines here in New York. But you mentioned your 4 children, George. Do they feel Greek? Do they know some Greek or maybe some Greek dances? I mean, do they respect their heritage, of their Greek heritage?
They do very much so. And what's helped me, my 3 older kids have lived in 4 states and gone to schools in 4 states. And every Greek community we went to, they were welcomed. You know, it was like, you know, the Greek church. The Greek church played a major part in keeping the family together, helping them move. When I moved, I have instant friends in the FBI offices I moved to, but the family was out there by themselves, and the Greek community always took them in. The Greek community always was proud of me wherever I went, whatever city I went to.
So nice, and we are all very proud of you too as our Grand Marshal today. Congratulations, George Venizelos. A great honor, and it's a pleasure to have you joining us here in the booth today.
Thank you. It's an honor for me too.
It's such a pleasure to have you.
Yes, thank you very much, George Venizelos.
Enjoy the parade today, the food, the music, Zito y Alas today.
Smiling faces. We're back live with more coverage for you of the Greek Independence Day Parade 2013 right here on My 9. Be right back.
Tuesday at 7:30, the Nets take on the Sixers. Wednesday at 8, the Nets are back in action against the Celtics. Friday at 7, the Yankees take on the Orioles. New York, now's the time for your teams on My 9.
So when I realized that I had made the bed over 10,000 times, that's when I had my mattress moment. We have been sleeping on the same one for ever. So we went to the mattress gallery at Raymore and Flanagan. They have the biggest selection you've ever seen. We picked this cushy pillow top and they delivered it the next day. So we are now on day 11 of the new mattress, and I cannot wait for day 12.
Raymore and Flanagan's Mattress Gallery. Dreams start here.
Get 1.9% APR on the all-new 2014 Kia Forte.
Framed for a diamond heist.
Yo, Caffrey, you're under arrest.
I was set up. White collar.
It all starts Thursday at 8 on My 9.
A sea of blue and white along Fifth Avenue today. We are so happy to be part of the Greek Independence Day Parade 2013, live and in beautiful color today. We just watched the St. Sophia Church of Bridgeport, Connecticut passing by.
This is so exciting, Ernie,
yeah,
right?
It really
and you're
is.
Watching everybody walking by. Obviously, we have the bands. Everybody is proudly waving their Greek flags, Nick. We are certainly watching everybody celebrating their Greek heritage and Greek independence.
I have a personal pride, by the way, in St. Sophia at Bridgeport because my Aunt Eva Van Yotis heads up the Sunday school there and the Greek school programs, and she's very busy with all these activities. So thank you, Aunt Eva, and thanks to all the community at St. Sophia in Bridgeport, Connecticut. All right, we're going to go to Nick Gregory right now. He's got another special interview right now. Nick.
Yes, I do, Ernie and Nicole, and we're here with members of the Greek community that, of course, the Greek community are very proud of. State Senator Mike Gianaris is here with us. Mike, nice to see you. And Arabella Zamotas, Assemblywoman.
Hello, thank you so much for having us on the air. I'm so proud. This is the first year that I marched with my 8-month-old daughter. I've been marching in this parade since I was a little girl, and it's important that our youth feels the ethnic pride that's so important.
It is so important. It's great to see that. And Mike, it's always great to see you. I know you've kept yourself busy lately.
Yeah, we've been at this parade, as you know, for many years. And this year's a little special. As everyone knows, the people in Greece and in Cyprus are having a rough time of it economically. And it's more important than ever to show our support for our friends who are still over there and show that the Greek community here in New York is as strong as ever.
Well, that's good to know. And with you two, leading the tribe there, leading the helm, that's a good thing to know. And I see you're wearing your white and blue.
Absolutely. We have to be proud. Zito y Elada.
this. So long live Greece. And again, as we look back and we're reflecting sort of the situation in Greece and Cyprus, what more can we offer as from our Greek American community here?
Well, I think some context. And first of all, the Greek history is thousands of years old. So the fact that they've had a rough 2 or 3 years is not going to affect the overall importance of Greek history and Greek culture. And we know they're going to make it through it. And frankly, what's good for Europe's economy is good for America's economy. So we should do what we can to help them suffer through this as easily as possible.
Exactly. Well, it's always great to see you, here at the parade, and I'm sure your constituents feel the same way. And we hope that you'll make this an annual tradition and always come back and visit us here on Fifth Avenue.
We sure will.
Thank you.
All right. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Terrific. Ernie, Nicole, back to you.
And Senator Mike Genaris made such a great point. He said what's going on in Europe, in Greece, and in Cyprus, everybody should care about these things, because when you follow our economy, you follow their economy, they're all intertwined.
Yes, they are.
If the euro is tanking, that's not good news for us ultimately. You want to have global stability. And obviously we remember and think about it. There it is, Kefalonia, Cyprus,
Venizelos from Green Lawn, New York. Congratulations. Nice to have you with us today and celebrating your Sunday school program, your Greek program, waving your flag, the Atlantic Bank in the background. And we also want to talk about some of the other floats that have been passing us by. St. Sophia, Greek Orthodox Church of Albany, great community. I've been up there many times, and we wanted to mention them. Also the Atlantic Bank, which was just behind that float, and they have been just a great supporter of this parade and the Greek community for so many years.
They absolutely have. When I was thinking about St. Baraskivi, isn't that health of the eyes and overall health? My children play basketball with the Joy group.
Yes.
And we've been able to go to the Bronx, to all over, to Queens, to Brooklyn, and enjoy watching and seeing all the different churches, Ernie. It really has been. St. Baraskivi is one of them in Green Lawn. They just went by, is one that we've been to. Zoros Pigi was another one. I hadn't been to all these churches.
It's so nice that that life that you're talking about is shared by so many people who are here today, and those who are home watching us as well, who know directly what your involvement is with the community and how they feel the same way. The children have an opportunity to sense, where they're coming from. They share a lot within their family unit, and I think that's a nice thing. Music is so important. I grew up learning how to Greek dance. I mean, that was one of the first things that I did, and I think my older sister taught me how to Greek dance, and that has stayed with me forever. And when we listen to the music and we hear so many of the floats coming by and you hear that Greek beat,
right,
you just want to get up and dance, don't you?
Absolutely. Whether you know the dance or not, you can get up there and give it a try for sure. And when you talk about dancing, it just makes you feel great. It makes you feel light. Whatever your worries are, forget them. Get up there, do the galamatiano,
right,
the tsamiko, the
tsamiko, my favorite.
Right? That's another one. Or just dance like Zorba.
That's right. And here's the Greek club that's passing us by right now, and they're young people again waving on. Hello, everybody. Happy you're here today.
And they were from Cardozo, which was actually, back in the day, was one of the top 100 high schools in America. I don't know how it ranks right now, but certainly one that's highly acclaimed. And there's the Holy Trinity Church. Holy
Trinity of Hicksville. A few Greek families that settled about 30 years ago. First thought they turned to perpetuating the faith, of course, and their Greek culture, and they set up the church. It is just a wonderful example of so many communities. The Holy Trinity of Hicksville was granted a charter back in October of 1977, and they have their celebrations that go on, their Greek festivals, and all of the things that we are certainly familiar with.
That's right. I see that. They have the afternoon school and the dancers and the Goya and the choir. We saw the Evzones going by earlier when we had John Katsimatidis here in the booth, and the way they stomp their feet, the Presidential Guard,
yes,
they really take your breath away when they march by the way they did, Ernie, with the Evzones. They really do. It's unbelievable to see the history there as they go by. But we've seen many costumes. Actually, the Greek warriors with Corinthian helmets. Did you see that? I saw one gentleman with a full ensemble.
Yes. We saw the Holy Trinity of Hicksville passing us by, too. Also, the Holy Cross Church of Whitestone. We saw their float, and we were very happy to see Elias Betsos, the father of their church. Great celebration, longtime board member of the neighborhood. And we have a lot more to show you as we continue.
We certainly do. And, you know, we don't get a chance to talk about Greek mythology. When we had Archbishop Demetrius here, he was talking about philosophy and, you know, the Pythagorean theorem and all of these things. When we talk about our young people, and we hope that they grow to be obviously great. There you go. There you go, Cats for mayor. Well, and there's the big, big float.
Well, John, you know, spent some time with us here a short time ago, and we were talking to him about his pride in the Greek community and what he is trying to do now as someone who is running for mayor of New York. This is the official float that John Catsimatidis has prepared.
Right, and when you talk about John Catsimatidis for mayor, I mean, one thing that he's a businessman himself. He certainly was here talking about how he's a real New Yorker. He plans to work closely with the unions, and there he is to really just, he's got a chance here. And so obviously these are the days where you have to bring awareness, and he's willing to work hard as a New Yorker. Well, and for, what did he say? For next to nothing. I think it was a nickel or a penny or something.
Well, you know, he does love the city. And there he is smiling with Margot and his family, and they're just part of this parade today. But John, you know, has a lot of great ideas. And one of the things that he really would love to do, and that is to revive the World's Fair. And he's talked about that, and he really has it in his heart to do it. And I think he's very serious about it. So if he is elected, I'll bet that's going to be one of the first things on his agenda. That's
something that he certainly is working on as well. And he's a real New Yorker, and he works hard. He's built his businesses, and he's self-made.
You know, earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with somebody who's also a very special face in the Greek community. He's a very talented guy. When you mention the name Konstantin Maroulis, the first thing you think about is American Idol.
Absolutely.
But he's been doing so many things. I sat down with him earlier to talk to him about it, and right now I want to roll that videotape for you. Here's Konstantin. Gεια σας, everybody. Guess who's here? Konstantino Maroulis. Konstantino, you look so great, my friend.
Thank you. I'm just very casual for you. Well, you're always so dapper.
For the parade. But listen, Konstantin, you know, I have to tell you something. We are so proud of you as Greek Americans, and you've done such a great job. Broadway, I mean, fantastic on Broadway. Television, Bold and the Beautiful. You've got a Tony nomination. Now you're in Jekyll and Hyde, a 13-week engagement here in New York. You did fantastic on Rock of Ages. I mean, you really have had a terrific career and all good things coming your way. Tell us about the current hit that you're going to have on Broadway.
Well, thank you, Ernie. We've been on the road for the last 7 months with Jekyll and Hyde. It's a brand new production. It was on Broadway in the 90s at one point, and this is a completely reimagined, beautiful, beautiful production starring myself as Jekyll and Hyde as the title role, and Miss Deborah Cox, beautiful R&B singer, big rock star in the R&B world, Grammy nominated, an amazing actress, and brand new orchestrations and arrangements, and just a beautiful show, really. Very powerful, very thought-provoking, and it's got an edge to it, definitely. But
you know, New Yorkers are going to come out to see you.
Well, we hope so.
You'll be here for 13 weeks on Broadway.
At the Marquee.
At the Marquee Theater.
At the Marriott, right in Times Square. You know, Ticketmaster. There's great discounts available for families online.
How happy are we, man? And you're also proud of being Greek. I know that.
Of course.
So tell our people out there that are watching the parade today, you want a special message for all Greek Americans?
Yes, Zito Alas, happy Greek Independence Day. Thank you all so much for all the beautiful support you've shown me and my family. I was born in Brooklyn. I grew up in New Jersey. St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church in Wyckoff, New Jersey.
Bravo.
And I love you all. We'll see you at the show. And thank you again.
Konstantin Maroulis, the best. We're so proud of him. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ernie.
We'll be watching for you on Broadway and beyond, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Opa!
Hello. Welcome to the My Nine Comedy Club.
Obituary.
Somebody get this man a pronunciation coach.
Private jet, Teterboro Airport, skinny skydiving. Who's this?
Hey, what? Barney, I like you, but you're crazy.
How about this for crazy, huh? What?
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
It's the My Nine Comedy Club, weeknights starting at 6.
Whatever your car is doing, we'll check it out and fix it right. Check engine light on? We'll check it for free. AA MCO.
Okay, what are we looking at here, Doc?
Should be your dog's stomach.
Well, with internet speeds up to 50 megs, this would load 10 times faster than DSL.
No more delays?
And a lot less barking in the waiting room. Oh, that's where it went. Nugget.
Switch to Time Warner Cable Business Class for service and technology. Get internet and unlimited phones starting as low as $39.99 per service per month. Order now and get a $300 Best Buy gift card.
Where's my phone?
The Big Bang Theory of manliness.
What the heck is this?
A jar with a big spider in it, of course. Bravery test. First one to take his hand out is the sidekick.
I will.
How did you get so brave all of a sudden?
Spider's crawling up your arm.
The Big Bang Theory.
Sunday nights from 8 to 10 on My 9.
See what everyone is talking about.
Name something you hope doesn't fall apart while you're on it.
My wife.
And so far, so good.
Family Feud.
Weekdays at 5 on My 9.
This portion of the Greek Independence Day Parade is brought to you by the Order of St. Andrew the Apostle, Archons of the Ecumenical Patriarchate in America.
And Chronia Pola, greetings to everybody from Fifth Avenue. We are live right here. You're watching the 2013 annual Greek Independence Day Parade. We've got more than 50 colorful floats here today, Nicole, and celebrating all the different communities of the tri-state area.
And we just took a look right there, the St. Irene Chrysovalantou float right there. They're based in Astoria, the Sacred Patriarchal and Stavropigil Orthodox Monastery of St. Irene. And so we see them going by and celebrating together. And you see people wearing sweatshirts that say Greece. They're holding the flags. They're holding the American flags. This is a time of celebration, and the kids are having a great time.
Great day and great weather as well. And we also have a great guest joining us right now. Please welcome the National Commander of the Archons, former Grand Marshal here, Dr. Anthony Lynn Barakas. What a pleasure to have you back year after year. You head up an amazing religious lay organization that goes out there and talks about the worldwide mission of religious freedom and all the things that are important to every faith, but particularly the Greek Orthodox faith.
You're so right, and Ernie and Nicole, great to be here. Thank you for inviting me again. You know, the United States of America is a great mosaic of many ethnicities, many cultures, many religions. 2 weeks ago, we were here celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Today, we're celebrating Greek Independence Day. But you know, we can never forget the injustices that occur elsewhere around the world. A few weeks ago, the Ecumenical Patriarch, who's the leader of the world's 300 million Orthodox Christians, was invited to witness the installation of Pope Francis.
We saw that.
It was an amazing demonstration of brotherly love. He was given the best seat in the House. In fact, he was the only one of all the religious leaders who spoke. But in his own country, he's given the last seat in the House. And it's very troubling. The United States Commission of International Religious Freedom, an independent organization, a body that reports to the White House, to the President, and to Congress, put Turkey on the list of most egregious religious freedom violators. So we are encouraging and working with Turkey and hoping that things will improve. And that's the mission of the order, promoting religious freedom, not only for the Orthodox Christians in Turkey, but for the Jews, the Catholics, the Protestants, the Alevi Muslims. So we're hopeful. We're hopeful. We have a seminary that's been closed 42 years. We can't train our future clergy, our future leaders. The Halki Seminary.
But there are many issues, Dr. Lynn Barakas, we know, and I think that, most of us sit back and say the word is communication.
It is.
We really need, everything is about communication today. It's just an explosion of the opportunity to talk to one another, text one another, social media, and yet we still have problems. Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic? I think we are, that there will be a solution to everyone's problem.
You're so right. You hit it on, as professional communicators, right. You're right on target here. 2 years ago, we had a religious freedom conference in the European Parliament, and we communicated to the European parliamentarians. There has been progress in those 2.5 years since we last had it, and we're working on a religious freedom conference for Berlin in December of this year, and we're encouraged there as well. But listen, I wanted to shout out my mother's 84th birthday today.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And to thank Nicholas J. Boris, who is an extraordinary archon and philanthropist,
Yes.
for his service to the church and his service to religious freedom.
That's right, and obviously helping out this parade as well. Dr. Lynn Barakas, thank you so much. I know you continue to fight for religious freedom and human rights, and you're a Duke University grad. For all those folks out there, happy birthday to your mom.
And as a memento,
look at this.
To Ernie and a memento to you. These are
beautiful.
Order of St. Andrew cufflinks and a patriarchal brooch that will serve as a reminder for religious freedom and human rights for all mankind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Anthony Lynn Barakas, National Commander of the
well.
Archons. We will wear these with great pride.
Excellent. Thank you so much again.
All right, go ahead. We're going to go over to Mike Woods, who told us about his trip to Santorini. He says he can dance Greek as well. I believe him. Mike Woods, what's going on?
Oh, yes, and I'm going to do that in just a little bit here, Nicole. And you know what? It's such a great day out here. We've got a sea of blue and white up and down the street. And check out my new friends over here. We've got some folks that are very proud of their tradition, of their culture. And we have Maria. We met Maria. Good afternoon to you. What brings you out here?
Oh, just the day. We're so proud to be here and remember Greek Independence Day. It's so important to all the Greeks, you know, all around the world.
And you brought your husband. You're out here from where?
From Long Island, East Williston, and the Port Washington Church, Archangel Michael. Yay!
All right.
Yes.
Very good. And look at all of our other friends out here. Who else do we have?
We got Sammy over here.
Very good, Sammy. How do you feel about the parade? What kind of pride does this well up inside you?
I just love the atmosphere. I mean, you go all out.
And who's the rest of your friends?
Oh, we got
Kiki.
Nico. All right, guys. Well, enjoy. Happy Greek Independence Day parade, and we're going to have more of the parade coming up in just a little bit. Yasu!
Yeah.
Tuesday at 7:30, the Nets take on the Sixers. Wednesday at 8, the Nets are back in action against the Celtics. Friday at 7, the Yankees take on the Orioles. New York, now's the time for your teams on My 9.
Why are so many people coming back to Time Warner Cable? There are more reasons than ever. Our powerful network is built for the way you use the internet today.
We can both be on our cell phones and on the computer and on our tablets, and no problems. It's no arguments.
Get the bandwidth and power that can handle all your favorite devices.
Time Warner Cable internet is a lot faster than the internet provider that I used before. I don't have to wait around for a long time for things to load.
Call 1-855-WANT-TWC and come back for a variety of internet packages starting as low as $19.99 a month with no long-term contract. And ask how you can get a $200 reward card, all backed by our better guarantee.
Time Warner Cable is definitely great. The speed is there and the price is right. Do you agree?
Call today. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Next time from the Oscar-winning movie Crash, ludicrous guest stars.
Cover Up, Law and Order, SVU. Your discretion advised.
Monday at 8 on My 9.
It's a beautiful day for a parade, and we have it for you. The Greek Independence Day celebration live from Fifth Avenue. Lots of young people today, their families, and more than 200,000 people lining the avenue.
That's right. Everybody's here to celebrate it. It's a beautiful day. The weather held up beautifully, and certainly a huge turnout. Over 100,000 people, over 50 floats from the tri-state.
Yep.
And they've turned out in droves.
A lot of dignitaries and a lot of celebrities, including the mayor of New York. And today he took on a very special name. I think I called him Mayor Michael Bloomberopoulos. But look at this. This was a little earlier today, and we talked to the mayor and give a listen. Yasu.
Well, thank you very much. And I am closer, actually, to the Greek community than you are because I have the Archbishop living across the street from me, and he doesn't live across the street from you.
Your neighbors, does he?
I told him he could move to your neighborhood. He said no. He's very happy to stay in mine.
Mr. Mayor, we're so delighted that you're part of this parade today. There are people out here that are very proud, as you know, of every parade in this city because this is what makes us the great melting pot.
Well, it is is a melting pot, and every community comes here and they add to our culture and our cuisine and our religion and the dialogue and our politics, and that's what makes America different from any place else in the world. And we're happy here to, we're proud of where we are and proud of where we came from. So today there are lots of Greek Americans marching, whereas if you go back 75, 100 years, they would have said American only. But now it's different. People are proud of where they came from.
Right.
But
and for today, you are going to be Michael Bloomberlopoulos. How's that?
I like that. Michael Bloomberlopoulos. I can pronounce.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. Okay. Nice to see you here. Congratulations. Okay. All right. That was the mayor a little earlier today, and he made a nice walk and a nice appearance here.
That's his last parade, too, as mayor of New York, right? After 3 terms. And he certainly has been very friendly to the Greek community. He always has that wonderful event at Gracie Mansion, and they had the Consul General of Cyprus, the Consul General of Greece was there, obviously Elias Sakaridis, and the whole gang. Everybody showed up to celebrate the Greek heritage there.
Okay. We are also talking about some of the floats that are passing us by. Just a short time ago, we want to mention the Ahepa family. We know the Ahepa very well. That's the American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association. They were founded, what a history, way back in 1922, and that was, as I know you know this, Nicole, in Atlanta, Georgia. And its mission is to support Greek American charities, causes, and communities, founded following growing attacks on Greek Americans and Greek American businesses. They have a very deep, rich heritage, and they publish the Ahepian, by the way, which is the second largest Greek American publication in circulation. So our congratulations, hats off to the Ahepa family today.
And they always rush with the charities, and Ahepa, like many other Greek foundations and such, they rush to whether there's some sort of disaster, they're there. And also they have a great group there, the Daughters of Penelope, which are the women, the Sons of Pericles, which are the young men, the Maids of Athena, the young women. So it's nice.
We want to talk about a special person, a bit of a tribute right now to a friend of ours, and we've known Andrew Athens for many, many years, who passed away last month at his home in Chicago. What a great guy, great success in the steel business. He is just one of the great leaders of our city, our country, our nation, and in the world in many ways. He just has become one of the real leaders. He was the first longest tenured president of the World Council of Hellenes Abroad. And Andrew, I mean, was just a person who, when you sat down and you talked to Andy Athens, you knew you were communicating one-on-one. But he was such a wide interest of all the issues that were important to the Greek American communities. And Andrew was a father figure in many ways. Right. He was the past dean of the Greek American. He was honored in Washington, D.C. He was also U.S. President, leaders of U.S. Senate who are come along to cherish Andy's leadership and his counsel. Right. Andrew Athens. Andy was a great guy.
That's right. Leadership 100 goes in there as well, of which I've certainly been a participant. I also wanted to talk about the fact that he's just provided outstanding service to the Greek community, and it's nice to just take a moment to remember our leaders and role models and those who fight to keep our Greek hopes alive and such.
More F-zones too, Nicole, as we look out there and we see the smiling faces, young and old alike, celebrating with us today. All immigrants, as we said, respecting one another's culture in this country. And today we're celebrating our harmony as Greek Americans. The food is also important. Hey, Zito y Helada.
I love it. They got some great music on this float.
Yeah, you know what? We were talking about music. Well, I'm starting to get hungry, as you know, and we had Gus Kouloudis and his family come to us from the New York Deli in Long Island City. You want to just hold that up a little bit? Because Gus,
New York Deli.
We have to applaud you.
Here you go.
What's your favorite in here? Kurapiedes? I'd like to see a lucumada, but anyway, that's something else. And what else do we have?
Finikia.
Finukia?
I see it. It's all
We like it. We're going to open this up in a little while, and we're going to have a little bit of dessert. You guys want some dessert?
Why don't you just come and have some with us?
Come to our house.
Thank you, Gus Kouloudis and New York Deli, for these treats. We certainly are going to enjoy them. And he brought you a nice tsureki bread, which is a tradition. We're in obviously the fasting time of Easter. Greek Easter is on May 5th. And he did bring you a nice tsureki bread, right, with the egg in the middle.
Gus is always taking care of us, and we get ready for the Easter season right now. Let's talk about some of the other floats that have passed by. We want to talk about the Pan-Arcadian. 1931, the Pan-Arcadian Federation of America was formed to promote Hellenism among the first generation born to Arcadian immigrants. And they were with us today as well. And we also want to talk about the Carnival of Love Foundation. Nearly 5 years, the Carnival of Love Foundation has been raising funds and awareness to promote the health and the well-being of children in need, starting with our local young Greek American communities, but not limited to that. So we support their great cause, the Carnival of Love Foundation. Thank you.
We also saw the Holy Cross of Whitestone go by earlier. You know, I'm waiting to see my own church, St. Nicholas in Flushing.
Yeah.
And your church is which one, Ernie?
Our church is the Holy Trinity in New Rochelle. This is the American Armenian salute to Greek Independence Day, the Knights of Vartan, back in May of 1916. I don't think I remember that, but anyway, a small group of Armenian community leaders remember that well. In the United States, they created this great society. The founding fathers included a bishop of the Armenian Apostolic Church, 5 ministers of the Armenian Protestant Church, 3 professors, and 3 lay leaders of the Armenian community in America. And we're very happy that they are part of this today, celebrating their great organization and their great heritage as well.
We're continuing to wait for a few more. St. Demetrius Cathedral of Astoria should be coming up shortly, among many. And there, you know, and what's interesting is a lot of times here on these floats, they give a message to remember what happened back, obviously, in the heritage of different parts of countries in the regions. And there's everybody's walking proudly and remembering and celebrating what's to happen in the future.
You know, Nicole, as we look at some of the names too, you and I have some cards in front of us that we look at, like Pen, Erikusa, and we look at names that we need to pronounce today, and you think about what a beautiful language it is, and how nice it is to be able to pass that on. You were asking George Venizelos if he was teaching his children Greek, and that happens to be something that a lot of us try to pursue, and it's not that easy to make sure that they learn the language, that they understand it, respect it, and continue. But pronouncing these words are not easy sometimes, and I think it's a great task to be able to study and to learn the language and to sustain it in many ways.
And we have Greek mythology. Of course, we had mentioned it a little bit earlier. Greek mythology appears in Renaissance paintings such as Botticelli's Birth of Venus and Raphael's Triumphs of Galatea and the writings of Dante's Inferno. We certainly heard the Archbishop Demetrios, talking about what we've seen in the past and Greeks and their philosophy and how they've learned mathematicians and science and you know, hoping that our young people can move on with those great achievements.
Speaking of young people, look at these beautiful faces dressed in the traditional costumes of the day. We want to celebrate the Church of St. Demetrius Cathedral of Astoria, a great community in existence for 80 years, and they proclaimed the Hellenic Orthodox community of Astoria, St. Demetrius, as their official name back in 1927. What a rich history they have too.
I like watching the signs, and you know, we saw one with Macedonia there. Everybody is seeing the different parts of Greece and all the outlays: northern Greece, southern Greece, the Greek islands, Cyprus. We saw Armenia, the Dodecanese. She's turning around and waving at us to make sure that I mention that one. You know, it's so key. Chios, I see Chios there. You know, I've been to the beautiful island of Chios with the black and white, beautiful structures and buildings there. They're all very symmetrical. If you go to Santorini, you see the blue and white, and you see the black sand beach, the red sand beach, right? You take a little moped.
There are so many parts of Greece and the islands, of course, that you can talk about. And our grandparents have shared a lot of those stories with us. I remember sitting with my grandmother, and she would pull me over and start telling me all the different stories about Trikala, so that I would learn about the background of the family and where we came from, and my father's side, Larissa, in that area. And sharing that is important, being able to pass that on. And I loved listening to those stories, by the way. I mean, she would talk to me in Greek, and I would listen to her, and that's how I pretty much learned the language as well.
It's so important. You know, we have a completely different generation today. You and I were talking about the fact of social media, that this Greek parade is being streamed on the computer.
Right.
You know that all of these young people are putting the pictures on Instagram, and they're using Facebook and Twitter. And while I want my children to certainly know all of that,
right,
it's so important when they sit there and they just sit with my mom,
well, that's
Fanny,
true.
and
It's
they
that
sit there,
one-on-one
right,
contact.
and she tells them their stories or gives her wisdom and guidance. And we talk about our parents and their heritage, and it's important.
Well, it's important to hear them, because they have that kind of background that they want to share with us. It's their joy of being able to pass it on to their children and their grandchildren, which we love. And we're sharing a lot of heritage today as we smile and say, I hope you're enjoying yourself. There's a rapper for you.
A great
Come on.
rapper. I like it.
We'll be right back right after the break here on My 9.
This portion of the Greek Independence Day Parade is brought to you by New York Community Bank Foundation.
Join us on May 11th for the 22nd anniversary Hellenic Times Scholarship Fund Gala honoring business leader and philanthropist George Sakalaris. And also featuring the entertainment of J.T. Taylor, the voice formerly of Kool and the Gang, who will sing the hits Celebration, Ladies' Night, Cherish, and many others. For tickets, call 212-986-6881 or visit www.htsf.org.
If you've been hurt in any kind of accident, a car accident, a fall, a mistake by a doctor or hospital, you may be entitled to money. Get the money you deserve for your injuries. Speak with a lawyer now. Call 1-800-677-2020. The call is free. The advice is free. Call 1-800-677-2020. If you've been hurt by anything, we're waiting for your call. Call toll-free 1-800-677-2020.
Introducing great value from Assurance Wireless, a lifeline assistance program. With our free talk and text plan, eligible households in the tri-state area receive a free cell phone, 250 free voice minutes, plus 250 free texts each month.
Now that I have Assurance, I can talk and text with no worries.
And if you need more, our $30 unlimited talk, text, and web plan offers a free phone plus unlimited minutes, text, and web for just $30 a month. Our plans are the best value among major Lifeline programs. Each plan provides nationwide coverage and these calling features.
With Assurance, I can keep in touch at home or on the go.
You may qualify if you're on Medicaid, food stamps, or certain other public assistance programs. Call now to see if you qualify for the best calling plans ever from Assurance Wireless.
Call 1-800-375-5019 or visit assurancewireless.com. That's 1-800-375-5019. 1-800-375-5019. Call today.
Get 1.9% APR on the all-new 2014 Kia Forte.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kat Cora, and welcome to the Greek Independence Day Parade. My earliest memories of being in the kitchen with my family were cooking. And food is the center of every Greek celebration. So enjoy the parade. Opa!
Is right. Opa is right. Kat Cora, what a lovely person. I've talked to her many times. She's got a new restaurant. It's called Cucina, and it's a boardwalk hotel in the Disney World.
She's the Iron Chef, right? She's from Mississippi. That's why you heard that southern accent. She has a show around the world in 80 plates.
We want some music now, don't we? A little entertainment. We're going to go over to our stage because we have the Kian Federation Women's Auxiliary, and there they are. They look beautiful. All kids dance group, and here they are performing for us right now.
All right, now that was really something. Hey, gang, nice job out there. And you guys let's give him a little round of applause. I mean, was that something or what? Adriana, I have to get in on the action here and learn a little something. Can you teach me a little something? Yes. Very good, very good. So where do I start here? Put this down.
So the man usually goes on the right.
Okay.
And I'm on the left. And you hold hands like this.
Okay.
And you just go pretty much side to side.
I'm having a hard time seeing your feet, but...
Cross your leg.
Ah, it's coming to me.
And
then we spin around.
And like, you just freestyle hold yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the freestyle. Now, how long have you been dancing, Adriana?
I've been dancing since I was like 2.
Wow. So is there a certain style? I mean, there are a lot of different styles, right?
Everything is different.
Okay. So you just make it up on the fly?
Yeah, pretty much.
And what about your friends? Do you teach them how to dance as well?
We have a teacher, and he's amazing.
That's Maria, right?
Petro.
Huh?
Petro.
Okay, very good. Well, Adriana, thank you very much for teaching me a little something. I'm going to keep on working on this. But I'll tell you what, Ernie and Nicole, this is really a cool dance, a cool culture.
I think you got it. I think you got it, Mike Woods. You're doing
the best I can.
Right.
Great moves, Mike.
Right, and he was talking about Maria Papayanakis, who's the head of the Kian Federation Williams Auxiliary, and then of course Petros must be her direct teacher.
I think so. I think that Mike was doing very well out there. He picks up really fast, and it was nice to see him get into this thing because he was talking about it all day. He wanted to learn the words. He said, what do I say? Yasu, Opa, and now he's learning to dance. I'm telling you, we got a great fan here. It was nice to see one of the rappers going by, and he was singing something, and all I caught was the last part was Spana Kopita, which sounded great.
All right, in addition to Ernie's book, his successful career, he's going to become a Greek rapper next.
I think so.
That's exactly what he did, and that float had a lot of energy.
It did.
Spana Kopita,
Spana Kopita. I think that's in our head today. St. John, the theologian of Tenafly, has been celebrating with us today. We want to mention the Brotherhood of Mani, a non-profit organization that promotes and educates the history and the culture of Laconia, Greece, to its members and all of its guests. Founded all the way back in 1936 and located in Astoria, the Brotherhood of Man. Pan-Gregorian Enterprises, too, a food service cooperative. We're happy that they're part of our parade today. They began in New Jersey, and they quickly expanded to the metropolitan area of New York and Long Island, Upper New York and Connecticut. So thank you, Pan-Gregorian, for being part of our celebration.
And some of the ones that are going to be in the way back may not get on television. Castorian Society, my husband, Nick, is from Astoria. That particular float we'll be watching for the Federation of Laconian Societies. We saw the Greek Orthodox Church of St. Demetrius in Astoria, but there's also Greek Orthodox Church of St. Demetrius in Jamaica and New York. They'll be coming along.
They will. It's so important that we talk about tourism, too. It's such a beautiful country. We know that Greece has been having some difficulties of late and trying to solve that problem, and it's not an easy one for them, but it is a tradition for a lot of families, people that you're seeing here today, to return to Greece and stay in touch with the customs and to learn more ways of trying to pass this along and pass their heritage. But it is still a beautiful country to visit, and
certainly,
we learn so much every time we go.
And they need the tourists. They need the tourists in Greece and in Cyprus. I mean, that's obviously a big part of their revenue. We just saw some of the kids there, Ernie, with their Astoria soccer, football, right? Everybody certainly plays soccer. That's a nice sport for all Greek kids.
We were talking about some of the thoughts from the Federation of Hellenic Societies, and they had passed along some notes. We're speaking of Greece, and they're saying to remind the people of Greece that we are with them. It is the cradle of Western civilization, and we respect that, we honor that, and we're trying to help them through their difficult days. We also wanted to mention that there are a lot of people who come here and look to be able to celebrate somehow in their own way. So as you walk along the parade route, we were talking about the Brotherhood of Mani just a short while ago. As you walk along the parade route, you hear people yelling out, mention my church, mention my school, mention my name. And, you talked about social media too, Nicole, and this is what they're doing. I'll bet everybody's out there tweeting and sending things out and letting their friends and family know where they are and what they're doing today.
Well, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for every person who's part of their church or their philoptikos or their group, because obviously it's a celebration all together. And after this, people are not going home. You know that they're going to get together and they're going to find a way to eat some nice Greek food somewhere, someplace, at somebody's house in order to continue the celebration. I mean, we know that so much of the Greek traditions revolve around food and getting together. And you were saying that you danced in the home, and that's not unusual to see that in a Greek home. They're sitting there and they're enjoying whether it's lamb or pizelia or pasticcio, and then they turn on the Greek music and you dance around the couches.
And we also talked about how we have a great celebration coming up now with Easter. And you talk about food, that's a big part of it as well. But it is a holy time, and it's one of the real central times in our church.
And when you talk about Easter and the fasting, right? No meat, and some of the stricter Greeks are saying no eggs, no oil, no butter, and obviously May 5th, Greek Easter.
We want to take a moment, Nicole, to mention someone who has also been a very dear friend of the Greek community, Demetrius Castanas. We have known him for so many years as Mr. Greek TV. Demetrius, one of the most finest persons you'd ever really want to know. He just had a heart that was just golden, and he cared deeply about the church. Recently at his funeral, there were hundreds of people there who attended his funeral at St. Catherine and St. George in Astoria, which was officiated by Archbishop Demetrius. What can you say about Demetri? He was a colorful guy who cared so much about our community and created this Greek television. And
really, and what's better than that, in order to continue to bring the Greek traditions, to have Greek television. And I don't think there's a Greek around who doesn't know who Demetrius Castanas was, right?
That's true. And his lovely wife, Nomiki, and two kids, Martina and George, and granddaughter Mary, I'm sure all feel that loss right now. But we just wanted to send out a very special thank you to Demetrius Castanas, who just did such a wonderful thing for all of us here in New York and around the country by developing his Greek television. And we thank you, and we'll always remember you, Demetri.
It's nice to remember him. Well, there you go. There's a Princeton University marching band right there, certainly.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more coverage of our live parade on My 9. Keep it right here, and Yasu, everybody.
The Big Bang Theory of manliness.
What the heck is this?
A jar with a big spider in it, of course. Bravery test. First one to take his hand out is the sidekick. I will. How did you get so brave all of a sudden?
Spider's crawling up your arm.
The Big Bang Theory.
Sunday nights from 8 to 10 on My 9.
Now, Assurance Wireless comes with free texts and free minutes in the tri-state area. Our plans are the best value among major Lifeline programs.
It connects me to the world in a way that wasn't possible before.
Assurance Wireless, a Lifeline assistance program, offers eligible households a free phone, 250 free voice minutes, and 250 free text each month. You may qualify if you're on Medicaid, food stamps, or certain other public assistance programs. You'll get nationwide coverage in these calling features.
Visit AssuranceWireless.com or call 1-800-385-0023.
Hello. Welcome to the My 9 Comedy Club. Obituary. Somebody get this man a pronunciation coach.
Private jet, Teterboro Airport, skinny skydiving. Who's this?
Hey, what? Barney, I like you, but you're crazy.
How about this for crazy, huh? What?
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
It's the My 9 Comedy Club, weeknights starting at 6.
Rye, New York, Hellenic Club, Iona.
Back we are. 2013 Greek Independence Day Parade live on Fifth Avenue. And what a beautiful day it's turned out to be. Gorgeous.
There's Alpha Orchestra with the bouzouki, right? Everybody knows you go out for bouzouki. You go and you
dance do a little dancing
all night long into the wee hours and celebrate and have a great time. We're going to be seeing, obviously, some more floats coming down here on Fifth Avenue for this 82nd annual Greek Independence Day Parade. Everybody's shouting. They're honoring the Philhellenes in this particular float. St. St. John the Theologian Metropolitan Cathedral of Tenafly, New Jersey just went by.
Yeah, it's so nice to see their smiling faces. We want to mention so many of the other churches and organizations that have been here with us today. Let's talk about St. George of Piscataway. Their origins in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and it's a wonderful community there. Also, St. George of Clifton, New Jersey. Let's mention them and their families that are here today.
That's right. Francis Lewis High School Hellenic Club, the Iona College Hellenic Society. That's always so important when you go to school to have a group, right? And you celebrate your Greek history and heritage. All right, let's go over to Mike Woods, who's there with some of the parade watchers. Mike.
All right, gang. Yay, we've got Manny and Vula here today. They're obviously all decked out here. And you were just telling me a little something about this shirt here. Say that again, Manny.
It's the only Greek shirt made out of a flag.
You gotta love that. I mean, look at you are fully representing. Where are you from?
Athens, Greece, but here, Richfield, New Jersey. Custom made, one of a kind.
I love it. I love it. I was going to say, where do I get one of those? But I guess that is the case. Now did you make this for him, Vula?
No, he's very particular in ordering all his stuff himself.
Now, how do you feel about the parade out here? The Greek Independence Day, the parade and everything that's going on. Do you have any favorite parts of the parade?
Awesome. I love to see the Greek heritage being spread out like that.
And do you get back to the homeland every once in a while?
Yes, every summer we try to get there. Our summer home actually is in Santorini, one of the nice islands.
Santorini, that's one of the, I actually went there. I went to Santorini, to Mykonos, as well as Athens, and had such a wonderful time. Great pictures, great memories, the sunset cruise. What an amazingly beautiful country, and the beautiful people out here, too.
We also go to Crete and Yanina, too, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's my next stop. All right. So, Manny and Vula, thank you very much for speaking with me, and enjoy Greek Independence Day.
Thank you.
And we're going to send over to your buddy, Nick Gregory. What's going on, pal?
Hey there, listen, and you're going to take me to those islands, too, okay? Because some of those are my favorite islands as well, so don't leave me out. Hopefully, actually, we're going to try to get to Greece this summer. I'm here with Dino Rallis. Dino, welcome. Dino is the chairman of the parade and has been involved in the parade for many, many years. How's it going this year? Looks like another great parade.
Nico, I'm so proud and so satisfied. You see what's going on? Fifth Avenue is being Greece today.
It is, and we've had a great crowd, and it looks like, again, everybody seems to be really feeling the Greek pride.
We've been working on it for about 6 months. We put a lot of work, a lot of money, but the results are so satisfying. Really, I'm so proud today. Not only the participation so great is here. We have so many bands, so many schools, so many communities, and so many spectators. That's the beauty of it. According to the police, we're over 85,000, which is phenomenal. And the weather is great. His Eminence pray, and God heard him, and look what happened, Nick, today. We're all Greeks today.
We're all Greeks today. Granted, it could be maybe a couple of degrees warmer. I know hiking from the weather department here. The one thing, too, is nice to see that the F-zones came again.
The F-zones are coming every year, thanks to the Greek government. We have them again. But, Nick, you made a mistake. You said at the weather report that would be 62 degrees. But anyway.
Close. Okay, so I missed by a couple of degrees. Actually, what got me today was the wind. A little bit too much wind. But you know what? What's nice with all of this wind is you see the beautiful flag, the beautiful white and blue and the Greek flag that is just all over Fifth Avenue.
That's what I wanted to say, Nick. Look down what's going on. People are happy. People are enjoying. And together today we raise our voice, and I hope they hear us in Washington, they hear us in Brussels, that they have to treat Greece and Cyprus in a different way.
Well, Dino, we thank you very much for your participation and the parade, and we hope we have a great rest of the day.
Thank you for all your help, Nico.
And we're going to be back with more from Fifth Avenue and the Greek Independence Day Parade coming up.
From superstars to presidents.
She's being photobombed by former President Clinton.
Wendy's Hot Topics, don't miss a beat.
Do you think he's checking her out?
On the next all-new Wendy. Speaking of presidents, SNL's Jay Farrow is here. Plus, this spring's must-have accessories.
The Wendy Williams Show, Monday at 3 on My 9.
When the world's most exotic diamond goes missing.
What were you doing the night of the heist?
I don't have an alibi. All clues point to Neil.
I'm sure I'm at the top of the list. I am the list, aren't I?
Neil Caffrey, you're under arrest.
I was set up. Next, White Collar. If
If you didn't steal the diamond, then who did?
I'll let you know.
It all starts Thursday at 8 on My 9.
There's a new fashion trend hitting the streets of New York City, and they're calling them mantyhose. Pantyhose for men.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would we ever wear this?
I do not know.
It's just one step beyond leggings. Those sort of kind of caught on for a hot minute. Also not okay.
Right.
Does anybody doubt that Kanye's already wearing these?
Oh, yeah, he's wearing them.
Yo, dog, I can't go on stage. I got to run in my mantyhose.
Get your daily dish. Dish Nation, weeknights at 6 and 11 on My 9.
But you can't hide from justice in this city.
Court is in session, weekdays at noon on My 9.
All right, Megalo Glendissima da Zito y Alas. We're celebrating on 5th Avenue. What a beautiful day for a parade.
There's certainly so much energy as each group goes by. Whatever church, whatever group it is, they come by with so much energy and so much pride of their Greek heritage today, Ernie.
They are, and we want to mention some of the communities here. The Cathedral of St. Paul in Hempstead. Thank you for being part of this, from the county of Nassau, Suffolk counties of New York. The Messenian Benevolent Association, located in Astoria as well. The Nicerian Society. We thank you for being a part of this great parade today, and the Pontian Federation as well.
And we think of all of these young people who probably know how to Greek dance. They're learning some Greek recipes from their aunts and uncles and those who came before them. We saw St. John the Theologian and from Tenafly. St. John, obviously a big one there. Pan Gregorian was one that we were following. St. George from Piscataway, and the church had its origins back in New Brunswick. Archangel Michael, right? That's one that I've certainly been to in Port Washington, New York. A lot of my family goes to that one. And the Syrian Society as well.
Nicole, it's also mentioned the United Heo Society, and they were organized back in 1939, so we thank you. St. Barbara of Orange, Connecticut, wonderful community. We want to thank you for being a part of our celebration today. St. Nicholas of Flushing, Greek Orthodox Shrine Church of St. Nicholas, that was founded back in 1955, and more than 450 Greeks, very faithful from the community.
That's my church.
That's
and
your
church.
It
used to be on Beach Avenue, and then it moved obviously near Northern Boulevard there on 196th Street. Father Paul is obviously a wonderful leader there.
Hi, Father Paul. We're glad that you're part of our great day with the sun shining. Look at these young people walking by with the Greek flags on their back and waving the flags and smiling. So nice. And the St. George Greek Orthodox Church of Clifton, as we talk to you right now. Nick Gregory has some special guests. You know who they are?
Go ahead, tell us.
Oh, you know, it's someone that's been here. Hi, everybody. Someone that's such a leader in our Greek community, and also has a great message for us today. We're going to go back to you right now, Nick Gregory, with the Katsimatidis family.
Yes, I have John and Margot with me right here, and we're doing our best. We're huddling up to stay warm here, right, Margot?
Oh, boy.
But it's been a great day.
Oh, it's a beautiful day, and there's so much pride going on, and I just love seeing all the people and the smiles, and every year there seem to be more and more little kids, and it's just wonderful to see.
Yeah, this whole crowd was just marching behind us moments ago. Again, just the kids with the smiles was wonderful. Well, Hellenic Times' scholarship dinner is coming up just around the corner,
yes,
so
we're very excited. May 11th is our 22nd anniversary, and we're honoring George Sakalaris, and we have Cool in the gang, and we're trying to raise lots of money to give away to the kids this year, so we're very excited.
Well, you guys do such a wonderful job giving that money away, and it's grown quite a lot over the years.
Thank you very much, and always thank you for your support.
Well, listen, it's a wonderful organization, and I'm happy to be a part of it, as I know Ernie is, and all the crowd of us too as well. So, and John, how's the parade been going so far for you today here?
It's a beautiful day for the parade, and all I can say is New York deserves a great First Lady.
That's right. What do you think about your hubby running for mayor here?
I think he would be one of the most amazing mayors of the city, and for all the boroughs. He's just a wonderful man, and he cares about all the people.
Well, you got an exciting road ahead of you on the campaign trail.
Thank you. I love people. I just want to help all the people.
Well, we appreciate what you do for the Greek community as well. You do so much for the Greek community and in helping put on the parade, of course, and of course all your philanthropic involvements that you do, which is really wonderful.
Thank you. It's our pleasure to always try to help people.
All right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to let the parade continue on here in just a little bit. And once again, enjoy the rest of the parade. And thanks for all you do.
God bless America.
And God bless America. And good luck in your campaign trail.
Thank you.
Okay, John and Margot Katsimatidis. Enjoy the rest of the day. And we're going to come up with the remaining part of the Greek Independence Day Parade live right here on 5th Avenue, coming up again in just a little bit. Stick around.
As my grandmother always used to say about being Greek and being married to a Greek, she would say, well, if it was good enough for the Queen of England, and for everyone who isn't a serious history buff, know that Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, was originally Prince Philippos of Greece. He only changed his name for the woman he loved the day before his wedding, just as my grandfather did when he immigrated. For in all actuality, I am Elizabeth Perkins Pisparikos, a very proud Greek American.
Hurricane Sandy was devastating, but people here are strong, resilient, and compassionate. Now's your chance to help. Join My9 in the recovery efforts by supporting the United Way Hurricane Sandy Recovery Fund. Go to uwsandyrecovery.org to make your donation. Please designate your contribution to be used in the tri-state area, or make a $10 donation by texting the word recovery to 52000.
On behalf of the United Way, thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Miranda Pauline, a freshman from the small riverfront town of Delanco, and I am the 2010 New Jersey State Environmental Ambassador. I am asking everyone to join me and thousands of others to help keep New Jersey clean and green by putting litter where it belongs. Put trash in the trash cans and bottles in cans and recycling bins. Come on, New Jersey, slam dunk the junk.
My mom's a hardcore enabler. I first realized it when she said we should have a party at our house.
Have fun tonight? You ready?
She even got my dad to say
just
okay.
lighten up a little bit.
They're teenagers. She's so hooked on enabling that my friends think she's their buddy. She doesn't care. Why should I?
Enabling is a drug. Get help. The partnership at drugfree.org.
All right, we're back here on 5th Avenue. Mike, how does it feel to be Greek for a day and amongst all these crazy Greek people?
I love it. I mean, I really am a part of the community out there today. And what a beautiful, fun day we had out here. I learned a lot. I got to dance a little bit.
I saw that. You know,
how did you think I did?
There. I thought you did great.
That body stool.
I'll give you some lessons.
All right, good, because I know that's your specialty.
Listen, you did a great job. Well, thank you for being with us. I know it's a great time for me to be out here because I first marched in this parade when I was 5 years old.
And now look at you.
And now look at me.
105, and you're still going.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, listen, it was a lot of fun, and
it really
I'm glad you're able to be here with us. And Ernie and Nicole, what can I tell you, man? Another great day here on 5th Avenue. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
The sun is shining on us.
Another great day, Mike and Nick. Thank you so much, Nicole. I mean, look at the faces who are just smiling and waving their flags here. They look great.
I love doing this parade with you, Ernie.
I love it too.
here.
Nicole.
Thank you to the Katzmatidis family and all the sponsors who put this together. I'm always so sad it goes by too quickly for us because it's so much fun.
It was a real fast 2 hours, but, you know, we were so happy and proud to be able to talk about all of the communities, all of the churches, all of the organizations, and the interviews that were here. It's just a special event for all of us. And look at that beautiful sunshine.
Absolutely, and all the kids are going by. And, you know, when we stand here, we get a lot of great energy
Yes,
from all
we
the
do.
people going by.
You know what that means? That means that at some point we're going to have to dance because we've got a great band behind us. The Alpha Band has been here performing for us. We're going to listen to them right now, and we're going to do a little bit of our dance, Nicole. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Yasu, to you and to your family, too, all right?
Thank you.
All good things. We certainly are happy that you were here with us today. Thank you so much, everybody. Sito Elas.